So, I mean, there is education, now that's what I was gonna say, that there is education to support higher level jobs, there just aren't jobs. And because there are now there are schools across the island, there are universities across the island, very good universities across the island. And and not to mention a lot of children of, a lot of young adults, Puerto Rican adults, leave the island to go to schools in the US and often come back and often don't because they can't find jobs. Right? So they just don't go back. And that was also mentioned, I guess, maybe it wasn't one of the big highlights of the film, but the documentary, but it was mentioned that, you know, all of these students graduate from high school and there are no jobs, and the only jobs they have are the factory kinds of
Yeah,
jobs.
I
or
thought
no
more
jobs,
of
but
the responsibility of the industry, not as in general education, but like I'm using Phillips.
right.
If they had, you know, programs for just whatever it is that Phillips does to
That they need,
train
right.
you, not to get your high school diploma or an engineering diploma, but thus to encourage workers
Mhm.
to you know, apply for higher skilled or blue collar jobs.
Any other comments on
Well, I want to say there was a creation of a middle class at the same time as part of this,
Mhm.
because you needed, for the university, for the school system, there was as a matter of fact, a lot of people argue that the creation of middle class was the buffer that stabilized the situation in Puerto Rico. And there
Mhm.
still is a strong middle class, but nowhere near the size that's needed to absorb the population.
Mhm.
You still needed the migration,
Mhm.
and you still have high unemployment in there, and you have the problem of crime. I mean, it was something that was,
Yeah.
that's not mentioned, but as you have because of the people who are marginalized and outside of the whole thing, the inequities, you have a lot of crime.
Mhm.
That's another, that came with Operation Bootstrap also,
Mhm.
the high crime rate
Mhm.
that still exists.
Mhm.
And then nobody likes to talk about, but it's there.
Mhm. Yeah.